Breaking.
Well, we have some breaking news here. Like, share, subscribe. Are white quarterbacks becoming extinct in the NFL? Listen to what the Odd Couple had to say. I think extinct is a very strong word to use about this topic, but about 10 to 15 years ago, there were only maybe about 3 or 4, maybe 5 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, if you can name them. I also think with the defensive ends becoming more athletic than the offensive linemen, quarterbacks are going to have to move around and make their own way, like Russell Wilson or like Kyler Murray. I think Russell Wilson really kind of started the trend and got this thing going. But with Lamar Jackson emerging and Josh Allen and some of the faster other quarterbacks emerging in the NFL, a more mobile quarterback is necessary. The top 3 quarterbacks taken in this year's draft were Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and Anthony Richardson, all African-American quarterbacks. Listen to what the Odd Couple had to say about this topic.
All right, Rob, let's get back to the NFL and get back to the draft to some degree. And we saw it's not historic. It's not a big deal at this point anymore. When a black quarterback is drafted number 1, we know for up until a few, 15 years or so ago, it was not only you didn't have black quarterbacks drafted number 1, you didn't really have many at all in the league. It was still very much against having black quarterbacks. I don't care what they say. It was clearly against black quarterbacks having playing that position. And you had the first 3 quarterbacks, Bryce Young, of course, C.J. Stroud, Young to Carolina, Stroud to Houston, and then number 4, Anthony Richardson to Indianapolis. And Rob, I did a little quick count, and Rob G, correct me if I'm wrong. I think 14 of the 32 starting quarterbacks this season, and I'm counting Richardson, even if he's not the starter, he's obviously the future. At least going to get a shot to be the future in Indianapolis. But 14 of the 32 are African Americans. I don't think I counted Tua, so that would be 15 of the 32 are of color. And you got a major statement you want to make.
Chris, don't fall out of your chair, okay? Be ready for this, because I'm serious. After watching the draft and seeing what's taking place in the NFL, Chris, the white quarterback is becoming extinct in the NFL. And I say that for a lot of reasons. Matter of fact, Will Levis last night, Chris, he should have wore a purple suit because he was Barney, the dinosaur. And that's what's happening. Like, we're watching this before our eyes, okay? The top 3 quarterbacks in the first round, black. We already know, Chris, when you talk about the pay scale on black quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes, the highest paid as far as total money. And then the 5 highest paid quarterbacks in guaranteed money, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, and Russell Wilson.
Right.
And then next year, the top quarterback prospect, Caleb Williams at USC.
Right.
And Chris, I'm dead serious when I talk about this. This reminds me, and you'll remember this, when Jimmy the Greek Schneider was fired from CBS.
Right.
Part of his conversation and rant about the black athlete,
which
and Chris,
people who don't remember, they only remember him talking about blacks being bred to be athletes during slavery, be bigger, stronger, to work in the fields and all that.
But remember what he said? You know what I'm gonna say, right?
Yeah.
You remember what he said?
Yep.
He said, if black guys keep playing quarterback, there won't be any jobs for us. Am I right or wrong?
You're wrong. You're right and wrong. You're right in that on the field they're thinning out, but that's why they not letting us up in the front office and in the coaching staff.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. But that's part of what he did say about being a quarterback. Here's the other one, Chris. Are you ready? This is a vast wasteland of white quarterbacks taken in the first round in the last 10 drafts. Blake Bortles out of the league. Johnny Manziel out of the league. Carson Wentz, a journeyman. Paxton Lynch, Chris, out of the league. Jared Goff got traded. Mitch Trubisky, a bust. Baker Mayfield, a bust. Sam Darnold, a bust. Josh Rosen, out of the league. Zach Wilson, a bust. Mac Jones, bench last year. And to be determined is a couple guys, Daniel Jones and Kenny Pickett, okay? Now, have there been some hits? Yes, there have. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, and Justin Herbert.
Well, we have some breaking news here. Like, share, subscribe.